Welcome back to NBA Cinema. So we have a rift going on between Kevin Durant and Dennis Schroder. And it started back, during the Paris Olympics when Dennis Schroder said that European basketball is high IQ basketball and, pretty much alluded that USA basketball is all about entertainment, ISO, things like that, high flying dunks, but not necessarily emphasizing team play as much. I do want to know how you guys feel about that comment in the comment section at the end of this video, but we're going to continue. So I'm going to show you what Dennis Schroeder said first. I'll show you what KD said back, and then Dennis Schroeder's latest comments calling KD soft. And we know KD loves to engage with fans online, and I'm just happy that it's another NBA player right now that he's taking his time, to talk to. Although KD hasn't responded to this latest comment, you can expect something very soon. But let's peep what Dennis Schroeder said to set this whole thing off.
European basketball, I think, is the more. I gotta be careful here. I think it's European basketball is no entertainment. It's straight IQ basketball, straight coaching, and really, really high IQ guys who know how to play the game. And I mean, Serbia, Greece, Spain, France, Germany. I mean, there's so many teams out there who knows how to play, who is athletic, and I think it's a lot of people from Europe in the NBA who make some noise. Slovenia with Luka Doncic, one of the best players in the world. Of course, I mean, the USA is one of the best leagues in the world, or is the best league in the world, but European, they come in for sure.
So after Team USA goes out and wins gold, Kevin Durant heads to X and he tweets out entertainment and IQ, pretty much a jab back at Dennis Schroeder and his comments kind of diminishing USA basketball in KD's eyes. And Dennis Schroeder saw that and pretty much called KD a weak person. Now he says they won and Kevin Durant tweets high IQ and entertainment. For me, that's just being weak. You're that type of a star and you have to say something to a person like me who not even meant it to be negative. It was just what I see from both sides. You know what I'm saying? I didn't appreciate it. I don't care. But at the end of the day, that tweet or whatever he posted was because of me. For me, it was never no negative stuff. I respect all of those guys, all GOATs. But to say that tells me how weak he is as a person. It is what it is. Not everybody is strong. Not everybody is in a good place. So Dennis Schroeder is saying he didn't mean those comments in a negative way, saying that he plays in the NBA and he plays for his country and he's comparing the two experiences to each other. Now Kevin Durant has been known to lash out at times a little prematurely and also having a burner account. At the same time, he does reserve the right to respond to another NBA player saying something like that. And I don't think that was one of KD's worst most emotional responses. He says entertainment and IQ, which, that if Dennis Schroeder is going to jump out the window and say something like that and kind of, he said the NBA is one of the best leagues in the world, but to emphasize the IQ and team play, it was a jab at the NBA. And I do think FIBA does emphasize that a little bit more, so I don't even think necessarily what Dennis Schroeder is saying is wrong. What I'm saying is when he criticizes, he has to be open, to receive some criticism back. And that is what that is. I think some of the rule changes you've seen in the NBA when you think about, Trey Young jumping back into the defender and some of those things. I know people try to compare it to Brunson's, but Jalen Brunson does it in a different way, and he uses his strength, whereas Trey kind of throws his body into defenders. And they tried to kind of alleviate some of those things and make the NBA more physical because what they were saying was when you would go over there and FIBA play, although they won, back in 2020, but it was 2021's Olympics, I believe. They just had a year later or something like that. They did drop a game in the round, in the nine medal rounds. And so looking at that, they saw like Dame jumping into the defender, trying to get that foul call on the three and stuff like that, that it wasn't Um, it wasn't good for FIBA play when you send your best players over there looking for bailout calls all the time. You got to be able to play through the physicality. And they're fortunate enough to have LeBron, who, when he came in the league, he was able to play against, the Pistons teams, the Spurs, and all those guys. So LeBron has played. He can do what he does in both of those eras. You still got a player that's leading the team that's still able to showcase, his things in both eras. You got all time great shooter in Steph Curry. You have, uh, KD all time great scorer. But when you look at the FIBA style of play, sometimes I'm a bit concerned with some of the teams that go over there because of how well they're moving the ball and the synergy those teams have. Although they get to practice together much longer than the USA team. So I don't know if again, only Dennis Schroder knows where he was coming from with those comments because when he started off and said, I got to be careful here, seems like he was a little bit cognizant of what he was about to say and how people were going to receive it. Um, and KD, for KD to be the one that jumped out the window and says something is ironic and funny because we know that's what KD does. But I like it. I like it from the standpoint that NBA players is trading jabs with each other. So when they see each other on the court, depending on where Schroeder is, he's gonna try to go hard that game. Ain't he in Brooklyn? So he'll get some playing time, and that's where KD, didn't live up to expectations at, and when KD see him, he's gonna have something to say to him on the floor. So that's what competition's all about. But I want to know you guys' thoughts about FIBA basketball and USA basketball, and which one do you think is how do I want to put this? Emphasizes team play more and is better for the camaraderie of a team. You think NBA basketball? Think FIBA basketball? Uh, Let me know your thoughts, man. Break it down. Give me your best breakdowns on it because I'm here for it, man. Let me know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.